officially 2 weeks since the start of the corruption hearing against now suspended CJN Walter Onnoghen. Remember, on the 14th of January 2019, we started the process of the whole hearing and the whole, would I say, trial leading to the trial of the CJN. Now, a lot of people probably didn't see it culminating to this point where Walter Onnoghen is suspended as the Chief Justice of Nigeria and replaced with Justice Tanko Muhammad, who on Saturday, just about 48 hours ago, performed his first official assignment in the capacity of the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria. He inaugurated the Election Petitions Tribunal, which is a 250-man team that will preside over election matters after the elections. Now, a lot of controversy has surrounded all that has happened concerning the CJN Walter Onnoghen, would I say suspended CJN Walter Onnoghen corruption charges. And of course, he's been charged with not or failing to declare his assets, especially those in his domiciliary accounts. Now, at the moment, we know as of this morning, the United Kingdom, the EU Election Observation Mission, as well as the United States, have come out to speak against, they have basically expressed worry and spoken against the timing and the handling of the suspension of CJN Walter Onnoghen. That is the suspended CJN Walter Onnoghen. And we need to add as well that as of Saturday, we could confirm that Walter Onnoghen and his family have been placed on house arrest. Now, the federal government has so far, would I say, rejected some of those comments coming from the US, the UK, and the EU, because they say that while they welcome the partnership, while they welcome a lot of their concerns, they reject the interference of the international community in matters that concern Nigeria as a country. That was coming from the President's Special Assistant on Media and Publicity. Right now, we are at the chambers of the Nigerian Bar Association, where a protest march is about to begin. Now, they called out to the entire public to come join to, would I say, raise voices against what they perceive as a sort of injustice against the judiciary following what has happened in the past few days. And right now, Roots TV is here, and Milord is taking place right here live as we speak to some lawyers who will be involved in this march and some of the experts who will be breaking down all of this for us. My name is Gloria Oji Emodi. Stay with us. And you're watching me, Lord, right here on Roots TV Nigeria. As I told you, we are at the Nigerian Bar Association chambers this morning, where a group of lawyers, from what I hear, up to 300 of them, are going to be staging a protest march against what's going on with the CJN, the suspended CJN Walter Onnoghen, and sort of, would I say, a bit of government or federal government or the executive's interference in the judiciary. Right now, I'm talking to Emeka Okurafo. He's one of the lawyers who is leading this particular march, and we want to understand what this is all about. Why did you feel the need right now, at this moment, considering the CJN, or rather suspended CJN Walter Onnoghen has been removed from his post, and most people say it's done and dusted. Tanko Muhammad is now the acting CJN. Everybody, you know, it has happened. Why do you feel the need to do this, and what do you think this is going to accomplish?
If you say it's done and dusted, then there's a coup. Then there's a coup. This is what Mr. Buhari is known for. He was a coup. He's a coupist. He was involved in the coup that overthrew Shehu Shagari. Is he coming now? He told us he has repented, that he's a born-again Democrat. So if he's a born-again Democrat and he swore by the Constitution to uphold the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, then he must follow the extant letters and spirit of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Are you saying that he went against the Constitution by removing Walter Onnoghen? And some people have actually said he's got court orders from the CCT to remove Walter Onnoghen and place Tanko Muhammad. They say, of course, this is a person who has admitted that he did not declare his assets. And of course, ignorance of the law cannot be said to be an excuse. Some people have said the honorable thing for Walter Onnoghen to have done was to resign. So this that you are doing, some might say you are trying to, would I say, defend a man who has done something wrong to some extent.
Very, very good and apt question. Please, you know, for the members, for the larger society who are not learned in the law, this is very important. We call it rule of law and due process. As far as we are concerned, if His Lordship Onnoghen is caught red-handed committing murder, that does not give Mr. Buhari and his executive the right to slit his throat without due process. Due process entails there should be an arrest, there should be an investigation, there should be a prosecution, there should be a conviction, and there should be a sentencing before that sentence is carried out. What they have done is to remove the Chief Justice without due process. The Constitution, the groundnut, the foundation is has very ample provisions on how you can remove a Chief Justice of Nigeria. This Mr. Buhari and his Minister of Justice have not done.
Okay, can I put a question to you? Now, there are reports that the NJC, which is the proper thing, on the 14th of January, the Code of Conduct Tribunal hearing started. On the 15th, from the information we have, the NJC was supposed to meet on this. According to reports that we have, the suspended CJN Walter Onnoghen, who is supposed to chair that, suspended indefinitely the NJC meeting, which would have probably deliberated on this. He suspended it, and some people would say that's a little bit suspect. And then just recently, Senior Advocate of Nigeria and human rights activist Femi Falana has faulted the Onnoghen, he says he should have resigned when this allegation came up so that things can be settled. And of course, he also faulted the federal government for not handling appropriately. I want to get your thoughts on this, because some people may say he stopped the NJC from even listening or hearing his matter to decide the way forward. So he may himself have stepped in and boycotted due process. What do you have to say for that?
What I have to say is this: for the NJC to have any to take a decision, it has to receive a petition. The federal government has never told us, or the so-called civil society organization, they have never told us that they petitioned the NJC. So if you are speaking from both sides of your mouth, you are probating and reprobating, what do you want us to do? You see, all these things are geared towards subverting the judiciary, and that is what we stand against. We are not with Onnoghen as a person. We are with the judiciary, because we are ministers in the temple of justice, and as ministers we will do every and anything possible to protect the judiciary from being assailed by barbarians. By barbarians, we mean people who do not follow the law. Excuse me, let me ask you, has Buhari been known to be obeying court orders? Has he been known to to be zealous in obeying court orders? Why is it that this court order that was procured at Manaraba Market, not even Wuse Market, is being zealously pursued by him?
Do you believe that this protest march, that what you're about to do is going to make any difference whatsoever? We have a new acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, Tanko Muhammad, who has already performed his first official assignment.
We don't recognize him. As far as we are concerned,
who are the we? We
are the people. We the people. There is no better authority than the people. We the lawyers, we the people, we don't recognize him.
Are you saying the Nigerian Bar Association does not recognize Tanko Muhammad as the acting CJN? Is that what you're saying?
My dear, this decision will be taken by our principal officers. But me as a Nigerian, I do not recognize illegality. You can't build something on an illegality. It is only coup plotters who plot coup that can build something on illegality. But when there is rule of law, everything that is not done according to the law is a nullity.
I see. Finally, just this, if you have this information, do you know if the number, the people, the composition of the 250-man election petitions tribunal is the exact same that Walter Onnoghen wanted to constitute, the ones that were constituted on Saturday and inaugurated on Saturday by Tanko Muhammad? Do you know if they're the exact same people that Walter Onnoghen had wanted to, inaugurate the day before? Do you know?
We will never know. As far as we are concerned, even if they tell us it is so, we will not believe them. Why are they in such a haste to remove the Chief Justice of Nigeria? Why are they in such a haste to heat up the polity 3 weeks to the national election? Why are they in such a haste not to obey court orders, but are in a haste to obey a court order gotten against the injunction by the Court of Appeal? Why are they in such a haste, my people? Why are they in such a haste? Mr. Buhari, do the right thing. Respect yourself, respect your old age, and leave Nigeria in peace.
All right. I want to say a big thank you to you. So that is Emeka Okorafo, who is a member of the Nigerian Bar Association, one of the conveners, if I have to say, of this protest march that is taking place this morning at the Nigerian Bar Association chambers. Now, here are a few things that he has said. As a person, as a Nigerian, he does not recognize Tanko Mohammed as the acting CJN. But according to him, he says the principals of the Nigerian Bar Association are going to have to sit on this matter. Now, this is what we know so far. The NBA, we don't know in terms. Some people say they're meeting today, some say they're meeting tomorrow, but the Nigerian Bar Association is meant to meet. The NJC is meant to meet as well, because this is a very delicate issue at this particular moment.
We are here to tell Buhari that we have three arms of government, three equal arms of government. These three arms of government are equal. No one is superior to the other. Buhari cannot put judiciary in his pocket. He cannot appoint his brother Tanko Mohammed, who was not called to the Nigerian bar. He does not have a enrollment number. Every Nigerian lawyer has a enrollment number. He was brought in from Sharia Court of Appeal. He doesn't have a enrollment number. He did not attend any law school. Tanko Mohammed cannot be the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Tanko Mohammed is the least qualified to be the Chief Justice of Nigeria. They go and bought Jankara or exported order from Dala Duma, whom the federal government has filed a criminal charge against him. That charge was filed by Festus Keyamo SAN on behalf of the federal government of Nigeria. Quickly they withdrew the charge. They withdrew the charge and catch Dala Duma and tell him whatever we ask you to do, you do. Whatever we ask you to do, you do. Is that the kind of government we are running in Nigeria? No! No! Dala Duma is standing corruption case. 10 million naira bribery from a custom officer. Festus Keyamo filed a charge against him at the FCT High Court on behalf of the federal government of Nigeria. They withdrew it and told him, yes, if you don't do what we ask you to do, we will renew the charge. And that is why you see Dala Duma acting on the script written by Malemi. Malemi has shown himself to be the most incompetent person to be Attorney General of the Federation. He has a hand in the corruption case of Mena. He recalled Mena because Mena gave him millions of dollars. He recalled Mena. Malemi, where is Mena, your friend? Where are all the corruption cases? Malemi, have you charged Baba Chelawal? Malemi, have you charged him? Malemi, have you charged Baba Chelawal? You want to remove the Chief Justice of Nigeria so that we have another Chief Justice from Hausa Fulani extraction? Is the office of the Chief Justice of Nigeria reserved to the Hausas? Are they the most qualified lawyers? Tanko Mohammed is the least qualified.
We came to tell the Nigerian Bar Association that controls we lawyers that the removal of the CJ, whether he call it suspension or whatever nonsense they call it, is unacceptable to Nigerian lawyers, and that as NBA is meeting here, the time has come for NBA to show leadership all over the world. When Musharraf in Pakistan attempted this kind of impunity, lawyers dantood, including judges, and he was forced to reverse it. That the Nigerian Bar Association holds the road to the future here, that they must resolve that all lawyers must be pulled out from all the Nigerian court. If Paul Usoro takes any decision here that does not reflect this decision that majority of Nigerian lawyers want, that would not be unacceptable. We may not even belong to the Nigerian Bar Association again. So they must show leadership. It's not about Onnoghen, it's about an institution that we are about to defend. Whatever offense Onnoghen has committed, they should go after him within the ambit of the law. Our own concern is that our respected profession cannot be used for Buhari's abracadabra. Never! He tried this thing through with the Banner of God in 1983. We were deceived into giving him vote. Now he wants to turn himself into an emperor. And we are saying no to that. The NBA must pull lawyers out from the court. The judicial staff workers at the meeting on Monday who we are going to see must pull out all the stars from the court. Then the NJC themselves must expel Tanko Mohammed from the bench. They did it in Abia when the acting Chief Judge took the job. and they say you ought not to have taken the job because it's illegal. For Tanko Mohammed, out of greed and desperation, to have been involved in this judicial coup and betrayed his own profession and has urinated on top of the sanctity of the judiciary, he must be expelled. Nobody recognizes him. No lawyer recognizes him. He's going to destroy the institution of the judiciary, and that is why he's not qualified for any position for what he did. So as long as we are concerned, we are here to ask NBA that nothing other than total boycott of the court, and we are going to the American embassy to ask them for one thing: they should speak to their allies, the EU, the EUK. They have issued a warning. We want them to advert the warning. There are people who have prepared the ground for pre and post-election violence that will be bloody in Nigeria. The Tana Diuma, the chairman of the tribunal who issued the fake order, the Attorney General of the Federation who have been advising on all this impunity, the Justice Tanko Mohammed himself, the petitioner, that they should place the travel ban on them right now. We cannot wait until after the election. Now is the time to place the travel ban on them, including key members of the Buhari's regime. And to the NJC, we are asking them something that is very simple. Expel Tanko Mohammed from the bench and restore Chief Justice of the Federation to his job. If there is any petition against him in NGC, he will request himself. But for you to allow an emperor who is on rampage to remove the CJ in few hours to setting up of the panel that will hear 2019 election tribunal, if you allow Buhari to do this, then he has turned himself into the Hitler of Nigeria. And we are saying that on this bridge, because this is the last bridge that is holding the fulcrum of constitutional governance, that we will battle Buhari on this bridge and he will not cross it. And I tell him to push further. We will shut down this country, we will shut down the judiciary until sense gets into his head to do the right thing. Because what he did, he has no power to do. And that's why we are here.